Why is my life so hard? This is the question that I ask myself for majority of my life since my grandmother died up until last year. I was asking myself this. And today I decided to that I'm going to share my story of teenage life, the hardship of teenage life that I had, so I can help somebody that's probably going through a difficult time. You might not be a teenager, but you might be going through a difficult time and things just seem to be going wrong, wrong, wrong all the time. I'm going to tell you my story and I'm going to tell you what I learned from it so that it can help you. I was raised by a sweet grandmother. Yes. Why was I raised by my grandmother, you might ask? Is well, she was my father's mother. My father and mother broke up when I was like a baby. I was still in Pampers. And my father ended up having his own family. And my mother, she was mentally ill, so she couldn't take care of us. She used to live from house to house too. And so, therefore, I ended up living with my grandmother, who was like my mother, and she was amazing. But the sad thing about it is that she died when I was 12, going 13. That was the most difficult time in my life. Up until then, I had a fun childhood. I had nothing to worry about. I knew that anything I wanted, I could have gotten, and life was so sweet. But I guess the universe, God decided, you know what? It's time that we get you to grow up. Anyhow, so after my grandmother died, I had to live from house to house. I lived because, and what you might ask, but how come you didn't weren't able to stay in the house that you grew up in? Well, I had an uncle. He was not very nice. He wanted me and my sister out of that house. He tormented us every single day, and he would call us slut, whore. You never amount to anything, And he would tell us all these bad things to just really, to the point that he got us to really want to leave the house. So my sister ended up moving. I ended up moving. I moved by a cousin first, and then I ended up by like an aunt, and then so I moved from house to house. I even had one point in time where I had lived by a neighbor's house, and she had her friend taking care of her grandfather, and her boyfriend used to molest me every single night. He used to touch my private parts and all that, and it was very, very scary. I didn't even know what to do because, as a teenager, you have no one to look out for you. You know that it's just you in this world that's looking out for you. It's very scary when you have an adult man interfering with you. Yes, that's very sick. And I should have told some person, but who? In that moment, it's like when you're going through shit and you have no one that you feel that you can talk to, it's rough. I remember having one time where I went to school because we got kicked out of that house because he was smoking and all that. I made sure I told the owners too. And I went to school that day, didn't know where I was going to sleep that night. And my guidance counselor had me in her office all day long trying to find some person to take me in. I ended up back by an aunt that I didn't like living there because they were really unfair to me. And I remember that night time I pulled my hair. I was devastated. It was really, really hard. I felt like, why me? Why am I going through all this? Even if I called one family friend one time. I asked them if I could stay with them, and they told me no. And that same time, she told me no. That was the same day I didn't have any place to go. It was rough. Teenage years was so rough. And I know that people they you have a rough time in teenage years, but I'm telling you, I think that if mine was a bit unique. But I know that there are a lot of people that go through things like this or even worse. Know that all that time, when I look back now, I was building my character. I was seeing the hardships that people go through in life. That was a very, very rough time for me. I used to always just want to be able to live on my own, and I wanted to be successful in life. And that's why I have this drive. Like, I have to be able to help people because I know that a lot of people online, when we got the internet finally, when the internet was introduced to us, a lot of people online helped me to look at myself differently because back then too, I also had like very low self-esteem. If I do anything that was like a mistake, I will call myself stupid. I believed all the bad things that he's told me that I was. It was hard. It was really, really hard. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail of everything. I did write a book about my life experiences, and I did write every single detail in there. It's not edited yet because right now I'm dealing with other things in my life that I need to set. Now that I'm at a good point in my life, I need to set things in place, and that's what I'm dealing with first. But I definitely will share my book with you, and I'll put it in the description of this video. That's a big one because I wasn't going to share it because it's unedited and it's not perfect and all that. But you know what? I've had people read my book before and they look past all my errors, they look past all my typos, and they take my story. So my book is for those of you that are going to take my story to help you. So what did I learn from all that hardship? I've learned that people will be shitty to you. They would be such bastards. Yes, that's the cleanest word I could come up with. All because of some selfish reason that they have. And then what will happen is they'll look for you that when you grow up or when you get into a better position to be able to look back on them and feel for them and be there for them. No fucking way. I am not going to be there for any person that was shitty to me in my life whatsoever. I had a cousin that died last year. I didn't go to his funeral. He was shitty to me when I was younger. So, yeah, a lot of people might say that was harsh. You should have. No, 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 no. People have to learn to respect you. You have to be able to demand respect from people. When you understand the value that you are, when you understand what you've been through, when you understand what people put you through because they had the upper hand, when you get to that point in your life that you can have confidence in yourself to know, look, this is me. I am worth more than this. I did not deserve that. I did not deserve that. You will not go around those low vibrational people. These people that just suck from you. They just suck. You don't want them in your life. You keep them from, I don't care if they're friends. I don't care if they're close family. I don't care who they are. I have learned from my bad experience that you have to learn to cut people out of your life. That's what I've learned. And I have done it very successfully. I have cut people from my life and I do not go around them. And I find that now my life is so much better. Over the years, it kept getting better and better and better. And that's what I learned, really. I really want to be able to help whoever you are to know that although life is not fear, it might not seem fear. You might be going through hell and it just keeps going and going. You were going through this type of thing from the time you were younger up until now. You're like, why me? Why the shit do I have to go through this? Why? Whatever your goals and dreams are, it's just building you to become a better person. Ask God, ask the universe, what lesson it is that you want me to learn that I can, or what do I have to do? Do I have to get confident? Get confidence. Start to write down affirmation. I'm gonna end this video now by letting you know you are meant for great things. You might be having a shitty life right now. Life might not be the best, but know that all this is growing you. Don't become a bitter person. So you'll find that all those bad things that you're going through, it helps to build you. It helps to build your character. It helps to make you a better person. And also, it elevates you to the point where you can look back and you achieve the goals or get to become the person that you want to be to help somebody, like what I'm doing right now to help you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got value from this video. This was a lot that happened and I crunched it down into a very short video. So hopefully I shared enough here, and yeah, do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.